Hello, my friends. It's Stacy of Stacy Creates Stuff, and today I'm going to show you that you don't need a complicated pattern to make a show-stopping quilt. In this project, the fabric does all the heavy lifting. I am using some multicolored striped batiks along with some contrasting batiks that are full of movement, depth, and texture, and all sewn together without a single tricky seam. As a matter of fact, if you can sew a straight line, you can make this quilt. The striped batiks are from Riley Blake. They are from the Express Yourself Color Bands collection. There were quite a number of fabrics in this collection, but I chose 7 that I thought went together quite nicely. I love how the color shifts across the fabric, and then all of the fabrics are overlaid with this beautiful floral design. Let me show you how to turn this very simple idea into an amazing quilt project. Let's get started. The first step is to cut 2 6.5-inch strips from each of the striped batik fabrics. Do note that the stripes are running parallel to the selvage, so they are running along the length of the fabric, not across the width. Once you have your strips cut, then you want to arrange them in an order that you find pleasing. Once you have found that sequence, then you want to label each of the fabrics A through G. From here, we will subcut each of the strips according to the directions. From the complementary batik fabrics, we are going to cut 1 6.5-inch strip from each of the fabrics and then subcut those into 6.5-inch squares. I cut 4 squares from each fabric. You will not necessarily be using all 4 squares of every color. You will have a chance to play around with where these squares go in the quilt. If you need to cut more squares of a particular color, you can certainly do that. I didn't use any more than 4 of one color. Once you have all your squares and your strips subcut, then it is time to start laying out the quilt. I recommend laying your pieces out either on a design wall or on a bed or the floor. That way you can see where the colors are falling and decide which of the complementary squares you want to place at that intersection. It is constructed in quadrants, and you just simply follow the directions on how to construct those quadrants. The premise of the quadrant is to start at one corner and build across to the other corner. Once you have all 4 quadrants sewn together, you will then sew quadrant A to quadrant B, quadrant C to quadrant D, and then the top half to the bottom half. And just like that, you have an absolutely stunning quilt top. So what do you think, my friends? That was pretty easy. It really goes together very quickly. You could definitely make this quilt in a weekend. And again, it's the fabric that really makes this quilt sing. You really can't go wrong with any order of the stripes or any placement of the squares. They all look stunning together. This is the chance to let your inner designer shine. Just remember that it is the fabric that really makes this quilt stunning. And there are a limited number of kits available from my favorite quilt shop, Vintage Pink and Green. And they are available in both of their shops in Maryland and in Pennsylvania, and also on their online store. Links to all those things are in the description below. If you would like the pattern for this quilt, it is available free from my website. The link to that also in the description below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you're ready for your next quilting tutorial, be sure to check out this, and I'll see you next time.